playful pups, fluffy flamingos, and cute cubs. But don't be fooled by their baby faces and big eyes. These animals have all shown resourcefulness and determination to make it through the tough birthing process. To compensate for the babies that don't make it, the weaker or more vulnerable, it's not uncommon for animals to have multiple births and large litters. Pigs deliver an average of between 10 and 12 piglets when they give birth. Amanda Daffin breeds pigs on her small holding and has a Berkshire pig sow called Gobby, who's fit to bursting, but hopefully not before I arrive. I hope I'm not too late. Amanda? Hello? Hello, Amanda.
I'm just getting a towel.
Oh my God, it's not happening, is it?
It's happened.
It's happening! Oh my God, those pigs! The pigs are being born. The piglets are out. And that one's literally just been born. I've just missed that.
Yeah, just while you're in the car. Yeah, that's all right.
What?
But literally, they get up, they're born, they get up and they're running round, so within like half an hour.
I've missed. This has literally just come out, this one.
Yeah, just.
What's it like being in the outside world, eh? Do you think there's going to be some more?
Possibly.
Possibly.
We'll just have to keep an eye out now for a few minutes.
Gobby is a regular to birthing, called farrowing in the pig world. This is her third litter, so I shouldn't be surprised she's already popped out 13 healthy piglets. It's time for you to join your brothers and sisters. Go on, off you go. Go on, go on, go on, go on. In you go.
So yeah, they get trodden on and everything by each other. And the mum doesn't do anything, she just lies there, pops them out. But every other animal seems to nurture them and stuff. These just have to fend for themselves and find their teats and get on with it. They just lie there.
Each piglet needs their share of mum's first milk, which is rich in antibodies. Thankfully, as a third-time mum, Gobby is no stranger to feeding lots of hungry mouths. God, it's tense stuff.
You don't have to worry.
She's quite frightening. She's enormous. She weighs about 4 times me, and I've heard that they're really, really... Oh my God, one just came
out! There you go. Just hold it downwards.
Yeah.
Just that's it. That's it, so it can just clear its airway. There you go.
Literally shot out at lightning speed. It's just like... I've never seen anything like that. That birth would be the envy of almost every woman I know. That was extraordinary.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it, if they all popped out that quick?
Our little one is getting hasn't had any milk yet. The one that's come out. You can see he's trying to get to the nipple. He hasn't quite managed to fight his way through yet.
No.
He's being pushed back, because see, the others that come through first, they've just got that bit more gusto, because they've had that milk, haven't they? So they're already stronger and at greater advantage.
You know, he's
look,
got a clear
nipple, he's got a clear nipple. Come on. Oh, no, the other one got there just in time. Nearly.
It's all you can eat buffet.
So much happier when he actually manages to find a nipple. And you can see he's shivering now as well. And I'm too nervous to go and pick him up from his mum. Oh my God! To get the best start, piglets must feed within the first hour of life. tell me what to do and I'll see if I can do it.
Just get a bit of milk so it's squirting out,
Yeah.
and try and squirt it on its face. Then it should help it along a bit. She's not growling at you, she's growling at the other one round her head.
This is the one, okay.
So if you can reach over and just, that's it.
You've got to feed, you've got to feed. This is not easy. Come on. This is the premium real estate back here.
Yeah.
Right, come on. I think.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. Finally. They've all sort of settled in now, haven't they?
Yeah.
After this sort of chaos.
Yes.
An hour ago,
No.
those 14 piglets were inside of her.
I know.
It's kind of mind-blowing, isn't it?
Yeah. Every time. Birth is fab, every time. A nice birth's always a nice experience when there's no problems with it.
In the early days, piglets can feed from mum every 30 to 60 minutes, often having up to 20 feeds a day. They're seriously greedy little piglets. But these guys, if they're falling asleep at the teat, it's a good sign. The piglets will stay with mum for the next 10 to 12 weeks until they're weaned onto solid food. The hard work isn't over for Amanda. She's got another 3 sows that are due to give birth in the next 12 weeks. We'll be back on the farm with her later for a big, big birth. For most births, the story's all about mum. She's the one doing all the hard work. But I've come to York hoping to see something a bit different, where the drama is all about the baby's fight for life. There really can't be a greater struggle to get to the outside world than that of a hatchling fighting its way out of its shell. The chick inside this flamingo egg has taken around 30 days to grow and develop. Then it's an intense 24 to 36 hours of breaking free to make its grand entrance. Born with white feathers, it will take up to 3 years for his colouring to change to the flamboyant pink. But it's barn owls that I'm here to see. Around just 25% of owlets hatch and survive the early days outside the egg. Husband and wife team Andrew and Claire Fawcett run York Birds of Prey Centre. Their passion is flying and breeding birds of prey.
Hello there.
I'm Lucy. Nice to meet you.
Lucy.
Hi
Nice
there.
to meet
They've got a breeding pair of hand-reared 3-year-old barn owls, Twix and Cleo, that have laid eggs. One's already hatched, but 4 are still to come out of the egg. I can hear the most extraordinary noise. What is that noise?
Yeah, it's predatory and prey. They can hear you coming now, and to them you're a predator. So what they're doing now, they're making them sound fierce, almost haunting sound like a ghost, and that's why they got the nickname the ghost owl, because the screech almost like a massive hiss.
In terms of, parenting, are they new parents, these?
The first clutch was early this year. Unfortunately, there was all fertile, but she must have eaten some, and we know that the males, we caught the male coming and eating one. So,
Ooh,
yeah.
So
that,
Dad ate his own
he did,
babies?
yeah, that's right. Yeah, which does happen in the wild.
But still, it's quite...
It's a bit daunting, yeah.
Yeah.
So we thought, right, if it happens again, we'll try and do something different.
Rather than letting Mum and Dad keep all the eggs this time, Andrew's left just 2 in the nest and put the other 2 in an incubator. It's Mum and Dad. Oh, wow. Hello. She's going like this.
Yeah. That's due to the hearing. They're actually asymmetrical hearing. So what she's doing is moving side to side. So because one ear's higher than the other. So she's listening all the time which direction the sound's coming from.
Mum's doing her job right, keeping her eggs warm. Andrew's incubator is doing the same job at a constant 37.5 degrees in his egg hatching shed.
If I have a look into the light, you can actually see the embryo. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, yeah.
You can see it's just on that side there. Like half of the shell is dark look and half it's not. You can whistle to the egg. And you can listen and you can hear the bird actually talk back.
Really?
Yeah, and that's one way. Once they start to talk back, in my experience, the next day they're about there.
So they're communicating with Mum even when they're in the egg?
When they're in the egg, they're constantly communicating.
No.
Just a bit early.
Nothing. Looks like there's going to be some waiting around to do. Good excuse for me to cuddle some chicks.
It literally is as soft as it looks. They're just crazy-looking creatures.
I think I'm enjoying this a bit too much. I'd better not let it distract me from keeping an eye on the eggs.
Right, well, there's no change at the moment. They're about the
Nothing.
same. Nothing at the moment, no.
With barn owl numbers in decline, it's vital people like Andrew are taking on the difficult challenge of breeding in captivity. As night falls, this place really comes alive. It's down to me to do the late shift and check the eggs.
Wow, look, it is. It's started. That is exactly what I've been hoping to see. This is the first sign of birth. I really hope everything's okay. Because obviously, it's not uncommon for chicks not to make it.
Overnight, I keep a close eye on the eggs. Someone else who is on night duty is our pig farmer, Amanda Daffin.
Right, babe.
Another of her pregnant pigs has gone into labour. Joan, a British lop, is ready to deliver her second litter. But she had a traumatic birth first time around, delivering just 5 piglets. So Amanda's concerned about her.
Oh, there you go. I guess just in some respects they're like humans, that sometimes just a hug's all you need, you know. Oh, I was overdue bloody twice, I was. So I know what this feels like. These, I think, are a bit easier because they can't get their arms stuck behind their shoulders.
The natural time for pigs to give birth is under the cover of darkness, late at night or in the early hours. Uncomfortable and restless, Joan can't seem to relax. It looks like she's getting close.
Oh, so the first one's popped out now, which is really good. Hopefully she'll settle down now and have the rest of them.
Once born, they face the immediate danger of getting squashed under Mum's half-ton body.
We maybe can lose 2 to 3 per litter. Most of the time, obviously I'm around, so if she's just standing on a leg or she's just sat on the back end or something and I can hear them shouting, I can get in and she'll move for me. It's when they completely sit on top of him, you can't hear them squeal or anything. She's probably ready to pop the next one out now. Here we go. That is not a normal reaction to popping a piglet out. None of the others do that.
Pigs normally stay laid down in one position during birth. Joan's erratic behaviour is causing a real danger to her babies, who are searching under her for milk.
I think we've got another one coming. That was a bit better there, because she didn't jump a mile, did she?
Joan finally seems more settled and gets into her stride, delivering Piglet 4 and 5 within minutes of each other.
There's another one now.
But Piglet number 6 is struggling.
It doesn't look very well, that one.
Thankfully, a toweling down and draining of the mucus from his face, and he's moving okay.
OK, so I think she might have more than 10.
But more pigs means there's even greater risk of squashing.
It doesn't look very pretty chucking them over, but it's not going to do any harm. Come on, little soldier. Let's clear you up a bit. There you go.
That's 12 piglets so far, and they just keep on coming. But sadly, one has just been born that hasn't made it.
Oh, it's always sad when there's a loss of life. The thing is, it's not come out breathing, and it is a tiny one. So, yeah, so unfortunately, that's one loss.
In large litters, the risk of death during birth is high. Around 6% of all pigs delivered will be stillborn.
So, yeah, so I think she's done really well, really.
She may not be finished yet, Amanda.
She's just had another 2. There you go, fellas. They'll be all right.
After all the worry, this time around, Joan has proved herself to be a wonderful mum.
17 is a really big litter for any sow, and as it's just her second litter, I'm really proud of her, really, that she's managed to just do it by herself, pretty much. There's just something special about being around births with animals. Because not everyone experiences it, and it's just, every time we have some nice new piglets, I always, you know, it's a blessing, really, to be able to do it.
Animal babies benefit from the love and attention of a good mum. Showing them the ropes, keeping them safe, and helping them navigate their surroundings. But sadly, not everything in nature always goes as we might hope. Back in York, day is breaking. I spent last night keeping an eye on our barn owl eggs. But sadly, the pipping didn't progress as it should. And Mum and Dad have abandoned the eggs in the nest, leaving them cold. All the eggs in this clutch are now no longer fertile and will not hatch. Only a quarter of barn owl chicks are able to make this exhausting breakout from within the egg and survive the first few days of life. And in the wild, just 1 in 4 young barn owls become breeding adults, with starvation one of the key causes of loss.
You always blame yourself. No matter what happens in nature, you always think, I should have done something, or could I do something else? You know, the percentage is around 75% failure on barn owl eggs at the moment, so it just depends.
Oh, it's hard.
It's very hard. It's very hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully, there is one survival story.
Look, it's so tiny.
The owlet that successfully hatched from Cleo and Twix's clutch before we arrived.
And it's so small, it can't even hold its head up yet,
not
can
yet,
it?
no, not yet.
It's growing by the day and ready for a feed.
The mother can get the food into the back of the throat a lot better than what we can.
There we go, that's it. There we go, boy. I don't think I've ever held anything so fragile and new in my hands ever before. And he survived, he made it out.
Amazing to think that within 10 weeks this owlet should be flying like his parents.
The thing about eggs is that they are a much more primitive form of birth, and so there is a lot more jeopardy involved. That's why birds lay so many in a brood, because if they get one to hatch, then it is, in fact, a huge success story. And especially when you think about the long, lonely, exhausting battle that that baby bird has been through to make it to the outside world, it is just an incredible survival story.